Welcome back to Carol Reed 4 East Side Story. In this video, I am going to beat the game. So, in Fiskeby Station, we have a hidden area. Yeah, there's another hidden area. What you need to do is go to the yellow house and turn here. Then go forward. Just go forward underneath that, I don't know, clothesline or something? And where does this lead? Ah, some sort of hidden area. It's very dark, so use your light.
Oh no, the battery's dead.
Oh no, the battery's dead. Oh no, the battery's dead. Got to fix it with this battery right here. Great, so now you can use your light. And what do we have? Something.
It's nailed shut.
Okay, you want to use the crowbar that the culprit used at the Goozum factory to open this. And it's a letter. It's a letter to Elvira. So this would be from Eric, the victim's father. Okay. So, Elvira, my love, I'm burying this letter so you'll have time to collect your thoughts before you read it. Last week, I got this letter. To Eric Nyman. I'm writing this letter because I want to spare you all the agonies of uncertainty and doubt that I've gone through during my life. If it deals with matters that have already been sorted out for you, I sincerely apologize for bringing them up this way. I understand that you're now living with Elvira and Victor as your wife and son. Victor's officially recognized as your son, but it's not clear to me whether you consider him your real son or not. You may or may not know that Elvira had an affair with Samuel Kohler, her boss, my husband, the owner of the Goozum factory. They met during several They met during several clashes between the trade union, for which Elvira was representative, and the factory management. Their relationship lasted for almost 2 years and ended when Elvira gave birth to Victor. Samuel was convinced Victor was his child and actually agreed initially to be recognized as the father. His father smuggled all paperwork out of the hospital to avoid scandal and convinced Samuel to keep his mouth shut about it all and never to see his son again. Once again, I'm sorry if I'm just pointing out matters that you already know about. Also, I'm sorry if this comes as a shock to you. I just couldn't keep myself from telling you. With regards, Regina Kohler. So, 1954, I think that's the day he died, actually. He got this letter telling him that his wife had an affair and his child was not actually his. I knew about your affair with Samuel Kohler, and I knew it went on during our relationship. When Victor was born, I was sure that you hadn't met Kohler for at least a year. There was no doubt in my mind that Victor was my son. So to learn that he's not my son? Oh no. That really was a shame. I refused to believe what was written in the letter, so I went to the doctor to have some things checked out. And he got this letter from the doctor telling him that he can't have children. What I found out was that there's no possibility whatsoever for me to be Victor's father. I know now why you didn't want to see me around the time of Victor's birth and almost broke up our relationship. Still, I do have you and Victor to thank for so much. Although it may seem different, I don't blame you for anything. But 2 days from now, I won't have a job. I've been fired. I'll have no job and no income, and I've just been informed I don't even have a son. I'm so sorry, but I just don't know how to get on top of this. Eric.
Apparently, Leonard was frightened that Victor had passed something incriminating on to his friend Richard Svensson. So he decided to sneak rat poison into Richard's beer at the local pub to get a chance to go through his apartment. Fortunately, Richard came to after 2 days in the hospital. The police were very interested in the information I handed over to them about Leonard Kohler's exploits. It was revealed that Leonard had found a copy of the birth certificate among Samuel Kohler's belongings after his death. He realised that he would only be left with 3/4 of Samuel's fortune, according to Swedish law, if this was discovered. Victor had managed to steal the main keys to Anders' building in order to get into the attic and sleep there. When he saw Anders leave for Paris, he thought he'd sneak into his apartment to get a good night's sleep in a real bed. So Leonard tracked down Victor and decided that nobody would miss him if he stuck a knife in his chest. I'm back here now, enjoying the summer in the hammock, but not for long. I thought I'd spend a few days in the countryside.
Leonard Kohler is now doing 15 years at the Norrköping State Prison. In the end, he didn't even get the smallest part of the inheritance, and it serves him right for being a creepy evil villain. A small part of the share of the inheritance that went to the Saltfield shelter is being devoted to a very luxurious renovation that will begin next week. Yay! So the homeless shelter gets money. And Richard Swenson's back on his methadone treatment program. He can also afford to hire a housekeeper now. Well, that's good. His house is a pigsty. And that's it. That is the end of the game. This is a game by Michael Nyquist. Creative Consultants. Okay, yeah, so these are the ending credits. I like this game overall. A lot of parts of this game got me stuck. Like, just even here at the very end of the game, I had no idea there was that little area to the left, that building where you end the game. I had no idea it was even there. And same with the other places in the Fiskeby station. And also with the oil-filled shelter. It was really hard for me. I didn't know that there was that golf thing to the right and then all those places up to the top. So, that was basically my main complaint about this game is I had no idea. Hey, Tony! Hey, Tony. Cool. So there are places in the game that it wasn't obvious that you could go to those places and explore there. This game definitely was more heavy on, like, the exploring places. I like how the guy who made the game made himself the villain. That's cute. That's great. That's fantastic. I did the same thing in Cat President. I'm the villain in the Rover storyline. But, no, so there are places in the game that I didn't know you could explore. This game is a bit more heavy on exploration than the previous games, which had more puzzles. Like, the previous game had, like a matching puzzle and stuff like that. This game had more inventory puzzles and exploration. So I'd say that's what makes it different from the previous games in this series. Still pretty good, it's just, I got stuck on those areas. There were some puzzles, obviously. For example, we had those puzzles to open up the door, right? Remember the door where we had to pull the levers in the correct order? And there was a puzzle to find, like, those 3 holes in the ground. Yeah, so there were actually puzzles in this game. Just not as many as in the previous games, I would say. I'd say puzzly puzzles as opposed to the inventory item puzzles, as I mentioned before. Like the one we start off the game with, where, we have to water the cucumbers. That's very much an inventory item puzzle. Anyway, that is it. That is my walkthrough for Carol Reed, East Side Story. I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough. Thanks for watching, everybody.